August 20th, 2016. 7 years ago, depending when you will be watching this video. I mean, basically, that's almost a decade ago since Frank Ocean dropped a full-length project. If I could flash back to 2016, Blond and Endless dropped right before my freshman year in college. And to think that right now I'm getting a master's degree is just wild. That being said, it's been a really long time since Frank has dropped. And I mean, we've gotten singles, we've gotten features, we've gotten Blonded Radio, Homer Radio, we've gotten also festival appearances, even though the last one was very lackluster, being Coachella, which I'm still grateful I had the chance to be there to witness maybe my favorite artist of all time, even though he left me a little disappointed. But ever since Blonde and Endless, we've gotten no concrete evidence of even an album rollout. Just, some pump fakes here and there. Welcome back to the Killivvn Show, and today we are celebrating 7 years of Endless and Blonde and documenting everything that's happened since those two projects have released. Welcome back to the Killivvn Show. My name is Killivvn. For those who don't know me, listen guys, if you're enjoying the content, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it, share it, comment what is the worst Frank Ocean song. Check me out on all my socials. I'm on everything, all social media. So check on my link tree down in the description of this video. And for those that already mess with my videos, if you're messing with my videos, subscribe. Please, it would be really appreciated. Thank you guys. It helps me go in. And also, don't forget, we're still trying to get to 10,000. I don't know when we're going to get it. It's not going to be this summer because it's pretty much over. But Blonde vinyl, if you want the OG Blonde vinyl, you already know what to do, guys. It's easy, fam. Subscribe, get me to 10,000, and I'm giving it away. I don't care where you are. I am shipping it to you. Anyway, let's get back into what has Frank Ocean been up to since his last full-length album. In 2016, Frank Ocean, that was signed to Universal Def Jam at the time, released a project called Endless on August 19, 2016. It was a short film that was an Apple exclusive, so you needed to be an Apple Music user to be able to consume the album. And then, if you remember, we didn't have to wait long. One day later, he dropped the groundbreaking project that was Blonde on August 20th, 2016. Frank Ocean actually did this to get out of his record deal. A lot of his friends close to him said it couldn't be done, but he finessed the record industry. Reportedly, Frank Ocean received $20 million to have Blonde exclusively on Apple Music for the time it was before it got to other streaming services. So let's go back in time and see what happened right after Endless and Blonde released. In September 2016, Frank Ocean attended the White House state dinner with his mother. Now, I know this has nothing to do with music, but the fact that Frank Ocean, from a guy that lost everything in New Orleans, was able to attend the White House to meet, at the time, President Barack Obama, just shows how he was in the stratosphere. I mean, mind you, he technically only had 3 albums out, which, 2 of them recently dropping, and to be invited to the White House, what an honor. And there was a little bit of controversy because he was wearing Vans to the affair, which a lot of people thought it was kind of tasteless, which I thought his outfit was fantastic. February 2017. Frank Ocean stated that he would be sitting out the Grammys as a protest because the Grammys failed to award deserving black artists. I mean, you've seen it in 2013 or 12, if I'm not mistaken, with Good Kid, Mad City, Yeezus, and even Nothing Was the Same losing to Macklemore's project. Yeah. Now we can move to February 23rd, 2017, and I remember this day. I actually even made a Snapchat video that I saved where I was grooving to this incredible summer anthem, Slide. Calvin Harris, the Migos, rest in peace, by the way, Take Off, and Frank Ocean on a groovy beat. Now, even though this is a great tune, this was not really an indication that Frank Ocean was maybe working on new music or dropping a project, because this would end up being on Calvin Harris's project, Funk Wave Bounces Volume 1. Again, in February of 2017, the first Blonded Radio released, and on that segment, they played Slide. And Blonded Radio was something that we're going to see a lot in the future from when Blonde released till today. On March 10th, 2017, Blonded Radio Episode 2 was revealed to the world. And on that, we had, and I remember when I heard this song, one of the best singles he's ever dropped. This is the best Frank Ocean Lucy, in my opinion, being Chanel. Like, the gender fluidity, sexual fluidity anthem, seeing both sides like Chanel, like one of my favorite songs really of all time. He played it on a loop for an hour and even showed a version with A$AP Rocky on the track. One of the best songs ever. And in 2017, a lot of publications put it as the best song of the year. And mind you, he had also dropped, Slide. So he had the song of the summer and the song of the year. Greatness all over. March 11th, 2017, a new YouTube channel dropped called Blonded. Now, for a lot of us fans, this indicates that Frank Ocean is really driving home the Blonded universe and got us excited for maybe releasing and teasing new projects on that YouTube platform. It was also later verified. On March 28th, 2017, there was unused single artwork for Blond that was released. And this was maybe another strategy for him to release Blond that he just decided to discard. They look pretty cool though. April 8th, 2017, blonded.co, the website that everybody knows you can get the vinyl if you get lucky. The header changed and it was teasing a new track that would be later called Viking with Jay-Z and Tyler the Creator. On April 15th, 2017, it's seen for a lot that Frank Ocean was using Instagram. His account was private, but later will go public, and we're going to talk about it later. On April 22nd, 2017, episode 4 Blonde Radio released with the incredible song Lens, and also had a other version with the GOAT Travis Scott. April 24th, 2017, just after 24 hours of Blonded Radio, 4 dropped, 5 just came right after. We were eating in 2017. What happened, Frank? And he released a new version of Slide On Me with Young Thug. Incredible song. And if you know this song, it's on Endless. People don't respect Endless enough. If you don't like Endless, you're not a real Frank Ocean fan. Just saying. On May 5th, 2017, Frank Ocean would do something that now is pretty much a classic in his person, canceling festival outings. He would remove himself from the Sasquatch Music Festival. On May 9, 2017, Frank Ocean iconically was at the Met Gala with his Contax C3, and I've made multiple videos talking about this, documenting the Contax C3 as a camera, but also Frank Ocean as a photographer. It's gonna be linked somewhere. Definitely check it out. It's super interesting. A lot of people talk about Frank Ocean as a musician, but he's so much more than that. He's really an artist, a complete artist. And I'm a photographer too, so the fact that we use the same camera, and I didn't know that, but there's a lot of cameras that I used to own that I even know Frank Ocean had, and I've pretty much owned every camera that Frank Ocean has pretty much had, except maybe a Leica, but a Fuji GA, I've owned it without knowing he even had one. A Contax G2, I've owned it, didn't even know he had one, and of course the Contax C3 that I knew he had it, but I always wanted it before I knew he had it, but I knew he had it. But anyway, I've been talking about those cameras, so if that interests you, check out in my other videos. On May 10th, 2017, Frank Ocean pulls out from another festival, now being the Hangout Music Festival. On May 5th, 2017, Frank Ocean drops another Blonded Radio with a banger of a track with a star-studded lineup. I'm talking about Quavo, I'm talking about A$AP Rocky, I'm talking about Uzi, I'm talking about Playboy Cardi. Frank Ocean verse was amazing on this. I'm talking about Raph, guys. What incredible track. On May 27, 2017, Frank Ocean canceled his set at the Primavera Sound in Barcelona. Again, something we'll see throughout this period between Blonde and now. On June 11, 2017, Frank Ocean's first UK show of the summer was set. It took place at the Park Life at Heaton Park, Manchester, England. And Spike Jonze was on site to shoot, with Frank Ocean rocking a Brad Pitt shirt. Yeah. On June 27, 2017, it was a terrible news. We missed out on another Young Thug and Frank Ocean collaboration. Such a great Thugger project. Beautiful Thugger girls. Frank Ocean was on that. It would have been crazy because the vibe was amazing. I would like to see how he was going to be on it. He was supposed to be on the track, Me or Us. That's too bad. That would have been crazy. On June 30th, 2017, we get a lot of Frank Ocean, a lot of new Frank Ocean, because first of all, we get the incredible track 911 Mr. Lonely. And then Jay-Z drops 444, which we get a Frank Ocean feature 2 on the project. So Frank Ocean fans were eating in 2017. Like, what happened? And the Jay-Z track was Caught Their Eyes. On July 4, 2017, and I wish I was there, Frank performed a private set on the rooftop in Greenpoint, New York City. On July 14, 2017, his second show on his UK summer festival circuit took place at Lovebox at Victoria Park. He likes the UK. Like, he cancels on US shows, but European shows, he's kind of there, except for Barcelona. And again, Spike Jonze was there to kill it and shoot some footage. And The Guardian hated on Frank Ocean, but again, kind of always does this because he arrived 25 minutes late, which is actually not that bad considering that Coachella was like over an hour late. July 1st, 2017. Frank's first United Stateside show was the iconic FYF Music Festival. People that were there were really honored to be there because that was incredible, as of what I've seen on videos. And at the same time that day, we got also Flower Boy, incredible project. And we had 2 Frank Ocean's features with 911, Mr. Lonely, and also we got Where the Flower Blooms, which is, we were eating. On July 28, 2017, Frank Ocean played at the Panorama Music Festival in New York City. And again, Spike Jonze was there to shoot. On July 30th, 2017, Frank Ocean played at the Way Home Music Festival in Oro Medonte, Canada, which I didn't know he played in Canada. Where was I? Broke in 2017. On August 3rd, 2017, at a New York City show, Frank Ocean surprised the crowd at a Tyler Creator at a Tyler Creator show, surprised the crowd by appearing with A$AP Rocky, Frank Ocean and A$AP Rocky, to sing their verses on the Flower Boy project, which is super dope. Like, people were eating back then. On August 10th, 2017, Frank Ocean played at the LGBT Certified Way Out West Festival in Gothenburg, Sweden. On August 13, 2017, Frank Ocean ended his festival run in Helsinki at the Flow Festival. On August 25th, 2017, Raph was premiered to the world officially on Blond Radio. And there were two verses, actually, which, you know, there's one verse where I never knew it was Frank Ocean for the longest time because his voice is kind of different. So we had two versions of the song, and then on the Cozy Tapes, it's just the two verses that are now on the full song. And his verses are incredible. Like, this dude can rap. Like, if he dropped a rap album, I wouldn't be angry. A lot of people would be mad because they want to cry, blah, blah, blah. But I would be really happy because I think he can really rap. On August 27th, 2017, at the same time as the 2017 MTV Music Video Awards, Frank Ocean premiered on Blond Radio. An incredible track. Provider. What a hell of a track, bro. And on September 3rd, 2017, Frank Ocean blessed to the world a stripped down version of Nikes where we can just see his beautiful vocal. This dude can sing. On October 5th, 2017, we get a glimpse of maybe a new project, because Frank Ocean was seen in the studio with Tyler Vigen and Divine Council. On October 28, 2017, Frank Ocean celebrated his 30th birthday with Paris is Burning party, and a star-studded cast of people were there. But the thing is, what's particular about this one I want to talk about is because in a later tweet he's gonna say 5 albums before I turn 30, and word albums, dog. December 12th, 2017, Blondest Los Santos drops, and we get Ocean music in GTA, and hopefully the next GTA we're gonna get that too. January 3rd, 2018, in a Tumblr post, Frank Ocean posted this: if you like 2017, you're gonna love 2018. And honestly, going back, I feel like a lot of people were saying Frank Ocean has defeated us. Even in 2017, we're saying that. But going back and looking at everything he did in 2017, we were really eating. Like, if we could even get a fraction of what we had in 2017, today we'd be over the moon. January 19, 2018, Music Mafia, that leak a lot of music from major artists, released a nerd track, Don't Do It, which was supposed to have a Frank Ocean verse, which would have been fucking insane. Crazy, but it never officially released. February 15th, 2018. I guess Frank Ocean wanted to give me a late birthday present because he dropped a beautiful rendition, a beautiful cover called Moon River. What the hell was that? That was amazing. Thank you so much again. Shout out to you. On April 9th, 2018, one of Frank Ocean's most underappreciated project, Endless, finally got a physical release with physical copies being said, VHS tapes, and vinyls, of course. If you don't like Endless, you're not a Frank Ocean fan. May 25th, 2018. A$AP Rocky dropped his long-awaited Testing, with Frank Ocean being credited on 2 tracks, of course, Purity and Brother Man. On July 3rd, 2018, there was a design for, I know this is not music related, but there was a design for a Frank Ocean signature sneaker. Thank God this didn't release because these are not cool. But you know damn well if you drop them, I'd still buy them, bro. Even though I don't think they look that good. On July 31st, 2018, Playboi Carti in an interview said he was working on 5 new tracks with Frank Ocean. Now, Carti and Frank Ocean, Jesus, that would have been crazy. If you've heard In My Room, it has such a vibe that old Playboi Carti could have just, you know, sung on. It would have been crazy. On August 2nd, 2018, Travis Scott, which he just dropped Utopia, but back then just dropped Astroworld, and Frank Ocean was on the project. He was actually on Carousel. And actually, it was later revealed that Frank Ocean didn't like his verse on that. He thought it was mixing, it was weird. And actually, this is one of the few times where I don't like Frank Ocean on that feature. Like, I don't think it's good, and he doesn't like it, so clearly it wasn't all that. November 6, 2018, Frank Ocean dropped 3 blonded midterms for the midterm elections. On November 15, 2018, Frank Ocean opened his Instagram to the world, finally, and he has not used it since. December 25th, 2018, Frank Ocean came back, Blond Radio, with some holiday songs, but no new music. On January 24th, 2019, Frank Ocean dropped one of the... First of all, SZA was great on Utopia, but Frank Ocean dropped a cover of The Weeknd. Drop it! On January 25th, 2019, Billboard, which was after that fake news, said that Endless was going to release on streaming services, which it did not. On September 26, 2019, Frank Ocean wrote the score for the A24 film, and if you haven't checked it yet, really good, Moonlight. On October 26th, 2019, Frank Ocean announced Prep Plus, which would be a raved-ish, LGBTQ friendly house, rave party in New York City, which I try to go to, but I was broke again back then. On October 19, 2019, Frank Ocean dropped Blonde Radio #7. It's been a long time he didn't do it. There was a long period between the last singles, which was Provider, and he dropped incredible tracks. Cayendo Sango remix, and also a Night Sango remix, and DHL, man, got the pack. Came from DHL, just came out of the pack. On November 2nd, 2019, exclusively on Apple Music for a short period, Frank Ocean dropped one of my favorite singles he's ever made, In My Room. It's a banger. People that don't like it are weird. It's a banger. It was really one of my most streamed songs in the past few years, bro. Incredible track. And at this period, this is when things start getting weird, because this is the first kind of hint of a subtle album rollout, due to the fact that the pictures, talked to this in a past video if you've checked it out, of everything you need to know about Frank Ocean's new album. The pictures for the singles, there were little pictograms, and they represented the picture, and you had multiple pictograms, and the number of pictograms, clearly you could tell it was a track list to an album, because it was like between I think 13 to 17 icons, which is pretty much a normal length of an album, maybe 17 a little long, but yeah. So people were thinking, yo, it's singles bringing to an album, bro. Yeah, we know this is nothing. Later people would receive those posters saying that Frank Ocean wanted to do singles, and now he's going back to a regular album format, which an album that we haven't seen yet. November 3rd, 2019, Blonde Radio is back again, and we hear a banger, which he should have released it. Little demon, guys, with Skepta the GOAT. On April 3rd, 2020, vinyls were shipped out to everybody, and the first songs that appeared were Dear April and Cayendo. On August 6, 2021, and damn, that's a big jump. There was not a lot of things going on with Frank Ocean. If I'm missing some things, let me know in the comments. But you gotta scratch, and there's some things I skipped off just because they're not really related to music. I talked about a shoe, guys, so I skipped them. But yeah, pretty much we get to August 6, 2021, and we get Homer, which is jewelry. It's not music per se, but even though there is Homer Radio, so On Christmas of 2021, Frank Ocean released a Blonde Radio, which got us hyped because I thought maybe we're gonna get an album soon, because it's been quite a while. And he dropped a song, Come On World, You Can't Go. On July 10, 2022, after a 7-month hiatus, Blonde Radio was back, and there's not really much that happened on this one. I remember that day exactly. I was on my phone walking from the music festival, and I started screaming because it was like Blonde Radio, but nothing really happened on that one, to be honest. It was cool hearing, a little bit of life from Frank Ocean, but nothing significant happened. Later in 2022, there was rumors that Frank Ocean was trying to retire because of a cryptic interview we had where he was talking about Homer, and that he wanted to shift away from music and concentrate on what he learned from music into Homer. Then in 2022, we got that Frank Ocean was going to Coachella, and we also got Frank Ocean fan receiving the posters talking about how Frank Ocean wanted to go away from singles and more create a concrete album. And then we got everything leading up to Coachella with the BMW E30 teasing stuff, Coachella teasing stuff. We thought maybe Nostalgia Ultra would be on streaming services, but that never happened. And then we get to the day Frank Ocean was going to perform after 6 years, 6 or 7 of not performing, and a lackluster performance, and nothing after, complete silence, even him canceling his second week of Coachella show. And today we have nothing. We had a new picture of Frank Ocean with a baby working on music, but we've seriously had nothing. The only thing we've got recently is maybe Frank Ocean on My Eyes on Utopia, which is Frank Ocean's nowhere on it. It's Bon Hiver. But this is where we are right now. It's been a long 7 years. This is literally my second favorite artist of all time. Guess in the comments who's my favorite artist of all time, but you already should know by now if you know me, if you watch this channel. But it's been almost 10 years. Honestly, at this point, if Frank Ocean gets to 10 years of he's not releasing music anymore. It's over, guys. We might get a single here or there, or maybe a verse, but it's over. Guys, at that point, he's gonna be pushing 40. It's over, man. It's done. And it hurts me. It hurts. Hopefully, he's gonna maybe do more shows in the future, because he gotta get that money, and hopefully I can get a chance to see him. But I don't know what to say. All I can say is that I'm going to Camp Flognaw in November, so maybe he's gonna be there. Who knows? But I'll be there. So if you're there, let me know in the comments so we can link. And guys, subscribe, like the video, share. If there's something I forgot that happened since it's 7 years, it's 7 years, man, since Blonde, but he's been very silent. Something I missed, let me know in the comments, and go in the link tree. A lot of people be DMing me a lot of stuff. It's cool. Go in Linktree. You can hit me up on my social. Follow me on my socials. And also, guys, final thing. Never forget to keep it supreme.